Hey Eli, there's no doubt in anybody's mind that we don't really like each other that much. But that's just game for me. I'll get into that later. So your question was, what was your biggest move in the game that does not involve Owen whatsoever? I think trusting my gut and Leah a little bit in aligning with Austin and then promptly evicting him was pretty big because um, I had made a deal with Kyle, myself, you, and Mikey, Final Four, as well as a deal with Austin, myself, Kyle, and Roy as a Final Four. And the only reason why I really did that with Austin was because um, Leah told me before she was evicted that he was a big social threat, and to align with him would be good for me because he was playing all sides of the house, being very friendly, being the Andy of the season, and um, by aligning with him, he would keep me safe if he won the next week, and then if I had won the next week, which I did, evicting him would be perfect for my game because I couldn't have two people playing both sides of the house in the game. If I had that, Austin would have found out from somebody who wasn't completely loyal to me that I was working with them as well. And I think Austin would have pieced together that I wasn't 100% loyal to him. I think that was the turning point in my game was that move, taking out Austin, because Austin was one of the only other social threats in the house besides Owen. So that would be the biggest move that I made without Owen was aligning with Austin and then promptly evicting him. Um, okay, so on to your second question. Whose idea was it to get rid of me over Michael? If it was yours, why? If it was Owen's, why should I even give my vote to someone who was non existent throughout this whole game? Well, first of all, I don't think I was non existent throughout the whole game, but that's just a difference of opinion, I guess. I guess I'm a puppet in your mind. So from doubles week on, I was pretty much in control of who went home every week. So I know this doesn't answer your question fully yet, but it will. Austin, I just explained why I evicted him. Kyle was a little bit different. Roy was the target that week for me when you put him up, but the focus shifted to Kyle when you put up Mikey, which I don't know why you aren't thankful for because I could have evicted Mikey that week, and Mikey, you would have lost your biggest ally. When I took the bullet and lost my biggest ally. Oh wait, I wouldn't have voted for Mikey because I was HOH, but Mikey could have gone home because Owen asked me what he wanted me to. Owen asked what I wanted to have happen. So it wasn't even his idea to even evict Kyle. So it was my idea. Next, Adam. I talked to Owen, and Owen put up his biggest ally and took out his biggest ally for me. So that was a big move because it lowered the number of people that were on Owen's side completely. You're next, and you went home because you didn't talk to me. And I made it abundantly clear when I nominated you that week that the reason why you were going up is because I had talked to you the least of the people there. If you had maybe started a conversation with me that week and tried to convince me that you had my back more than Mikey, maybe I would have kept you that week. Maybe I would have evicted somebody else. But you didn't. And when it's down to that far in the game, and I was trying to get Roy out as the last person, and then we could have like slid right through together. Um, it was you were never the target, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. You were never the target that week, but you became the target because you didn't talk to me. I got through this game not being nominated the whole entire time until Final Four because I talked to people, and your social game just was not strong enough, I guess. You didn't come to me. The chat log that we have is like highs when I became as Lexi, and then highs when I came into the game, and then a huge gap until doubles week when you asked me all these questions but then didn't answer any of mine, and then another big gap, and then you telling me off. So that's it was my decision to vote you out. It was my decision because I did not trust you at that point. I did not trust you as much as I trusted Owen and Mikey in the game. Roy was next. Obviously, I was the only vote to evict him, and I was taking him out anyway because that was the goal forever. And then Owen, I took out myself too. Eli, to be honest with you, I know I'm not getting your vote probably because you and Mikey are friends, and I totally understand that. But I need to say this because I feel as though you attacking me in the tag is nothing gameplay at all. I feel like it's all personal, and I don't know what I ever did to you. It's your own fault that you went home, and I'm sorry, but I don't regret evicting you, clearly. Um, it got me to the point where I am now, and I can't guarantee that down the line you would have been loyal to me because you just didn't talk to me. Um, I know there's not much that I can say to have you vote for me, and that's fine. I don't need your vote, but I just want you to consider that, like, maybe I wasn't a puppet. Maybe I wasn't a servant for anybody. I was no one's bitch in this game, Eli, and I think it's unguided for you to think so. I know that you might not know everything in this game, but neither do I. But it's just personal, and I don't know why you're attacking me this way. Thanks for the questions, Eli.